aren't blind people allowed to defend
themselves?
Well,
their constitutional right would be damaged if, and they gave an example of, if they were fully sighted and used a gun, just because they lost their sight, why should they lose the constitutional right to continue having a gun?
Yeah, well, it's a difficult one, but the short answer is because they can't see what they're shooting. That's what I'd say.
Ricky Gervais never held back when a reporter attempted to undermine him.
Everything in the universe was once crunched into something smaller than an atom.
But you don't know that.
Well...
You're just believing Stephen Hawking, and that's a matter of faith in his abilities.
Yes.
You don't know it yourself. You're accepting that because someone told you.
Whereas if we took every science book, right, and every fact, and destroyed them all, in 1,000 years, they'd all be back, because all the same tests would be the same result.
That's good. That's really good.
These are times Ricky Gervais brutally tore down interviewers to their face, shutting down The View over the Golden Globes.
You were surprised. Let me just read one of the things they thought was...
I am being rude. I'm surprised they attacked me for it, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let me read one thing they thought was mean, and we'll decide whether it was mean or not, okay? Referring to Sex and the City 2, you said, I was sure the Golden Globe would go to the team that airbrushed that poster.
Yeah.
A little sexist.
No, it's not. Why is it sexist?
Well, because you're saying that the girls are older and they need to be airbrushed.
No, I think they look great at their age. Why hide it?
He walks into The View's pre-planned Golden Globes ambush and refuses to act apologetic for even a single moment while looking genuinely amused by the entire attempt.
I don't think that you lose your sensuality or your beauty because you hit 53. I'm saying, why are they hiding it?
I see. That's not what people got.
Do you think that when you have to explain the joke that maybe it wasn't told, because people didn't get it, or you think that most people got it?
I'm defending my motives, not the joke. I stand by the joke.
Battling Colbert over God and logic.
But science is constantly proved all the time. You see, if we take something like any fiction, in any holy book, in any other fiction, and destroyed it, okay, in 1,000 years' time, that wouldn't come back just as it was. Whereas if we took every science book, right, and every fact, and destroyed them all, in 1,000 years, they'd all be back, because all the same tests would be the same result.
That's good. That's really good.
Ricky drops the one more God argument on Colbert and flips the entire intellectual table without raising his voice or changing his expression even slightly.
So
That's really good.
I don't need faith in science. I don't need faith to know that probably if I jump out of a window, every other time someone jumps out, they smash to the ground because of this thing called gravity.
And then Satan would be raping you.
Ricky refusing to let 60 Minutes turn atheism into a trap.
I remember one of the first reviews that I thought was amazing, and I've remembered it to this day. It was something like, it was crazy, right? But the paper was like some Huddersfield Journal. So I was thinking, why wasn't this... It says something like, this is the best single I've ever heard. Right?
Charles Woolley loads every question with emotional religious weight, and Gervais answers every one with completely unguarded logic that makes the trap disappear on contact.
I think a publicity person, and then I became events manager. And the first demo of The Office, I went back to that real office and filmed it with just sort of like friends.
Gervais flipping the switch on Piers Morgan.
Yeah, well, it's a difficult one, but the short answer is because they can't see what they're shooting. That's what I'd say.
This is the thing. You see, when I tweeted about this, British people who follow me thought I was making this up. They thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
They know about my gun campaign, but they actually thought this was just a wind-up. And I said, no, it really is happening.
Piers tries to establish a serious gun control discussion and immediately becomes the exact person Ricky tells America it should be worried about.
But But hold on, wait a minute. So, the Constitution covers everyone, does it?
Yes. In fact, it covers... I'm a US resident, so I'm technically also covered by the Constitution. That's why I'm allowed to criticise the Second Amendment about guns, because of the First Amendment about free speech.
But tell me you're not allowed to carry a gun.
The deathbed joke that broke Piers Morgan.
Doesn't matter how many people you offend.
Why does Piers Morgan wear a pink tie?
What's the answer? Ricky Gervais, I normally end interviews by saying what a pleasure it's been, but in your case...
See you then.
Watch Ricky Gervais,
Down the drain.
7 episodes of Derek on Netflix.
Ricky converts Piers' polite setup into a deathbed gag brutal enough that the network has to bleep it multiple consecutive times before the segment can continue. But this moment is nothing compared to the next one, challenging Megyn Kelly's comedian questions.
My next stand-up tour will be a sit-down tour. Me in a chair, maybe a commode. Honestly, that's what I'm looking for. I don't care about being old. One day, I'm looking forward to being pushed around in a bucket by a nurse, drinking, wine goes in, I go, nurse, empty it now. That's my ambition now.
Kelly frames the interview around comedy, offense, and the broader question of what a comedian should be permitted to say, with the whole structure clearly designed to arrive at a place where Ricky acknowledges that some limitations on comedy are reasonable and serve legitimate purposes, which isn't a place Gervais has any intention of reaching, regardless of how many follow-up questions get asked in service of guiding him toward it by any available conversational route.
Aim high. All right. Is it true that you used to manage a band?
That's true, yeah.
That you were a DJ and you got fired?
Yes.
That you used to be a pop star who wore eyeshadow and a mullet?
Not a mullet. I had cheekbones and a jawbone. Never a mullet.
I'm glad we cleared that up.
Never a mullet.
That was unfair of me.
I know, yeah. I'll stop you there.
He refuses to soften any part of the answer for broadcast palatability, keeping every response anchored to one central and clearly stated position, which is that a person being offended by a joke tells you something specific and useful about the person while telling you nothing definitive about the quality or legitimacy of the joke itself.
Favorite thing about yourself?
I should say funny. I mean, that's my job. I've reached the age where I've got old people rights. I can say what I want now. I don't care. I'm going to die soon. So I can say what I want.
Is there a secret talent of yours that we don't know about?
A secret talent? Depressingly, no. I've given everything I've got.
That's
I've given everything.
And the firmness with which he holds that position comes the fact that he's examined this argument from every possible angle over a considerable period of time and keeps arriving at the same conclusion regardless of who is presenting the challenge or what specific format the conversation is happening inside on any given occasion. Ricky roasts Conan by listing every host except him.
One, with showrunners,
with talk show hosts.
Yeah.
You should do one with talk show hosts.
Yeah, I was thinking that just the crew. Me, Leno, obviously, brilliant. David Letterman, King.
Yeah.
And Jon Stewart. It was just.
Conan offers Ricky the kind of warm, friendly late-night opening designed to establish goodwill before the actual conversation begins. And Ricky accepts that goodwill and immediately converts it into the structural material for a joke aimed with considerable precision at the man who just offered it, delivered across a late-night desk in front of a live audience that is about to understand exactly what's happening within about 4 seconds of the list beginning to arrive. The joke is built entirely out of deliberate omission.
And then anyone else? I mean, there could be.
We could do two. I mean, there's a lot of chat shows, so we could do two. Maybe. Who else is there? Craig Ferguson. He's great. Jimmy Fallon.
Right. Right. And then what if you expanded it and got even more people in there? You could probably.
Larry Sanders.
Okay, Larry Sanders is fictional.
So. I'm running.
Come on!
George Lopez.
Yes!
Yes.
With Ricky never saying anything explicitly negative about O'Brien, but rather beginning to name other late-night hosts he would genuinely be interested in sitting down to interview while Conan is right there directly across from him. And the list Ricky is apparently working from conspicuously doesn't include the one name that would be most relevant to the specific human being currently holding the microphone and running the broadcast.
I could come out at some point and just bring you all tea, and then you could dismiss me. Run along. I start to talk. No, not a word. Out you go. Out you go, you chimney sweep.
Is that an English accent?
Yes. Hello, governor.
Brilliant. Thank you, Dick Van Dyke.
The structure is almost childishly simple, which is why it lands with such specific and sustained force. A guest on someone's show volunteering information about which other hosts he would prioritize for an interview. While sitting on the couch of the host he hasn't mentioned creates an omission so visible and so plainly deliberate that the audience has no choice except to laugh at the target, crashing Jimmy Fallon's own monologue.
Sorry.
Ricky Gervais. Hey, fantastic. Great.
Thank you. I can't do the show,
Ricky doesn't wait for the interview segment to begin in its scheduled position, but instead walks directly into Jimmy Fallon's monologue space while the opening of the show is still actively in progress, repositioning himself immediately from upcoming scheduled guest into the most actively critical observer in the entire building regarding the quality of the material. Fallon is currently delivering to an audience that arrived expecting a monologue rather than a monologue with real-time editorial commentary from the person who wasn't supposed to be there yet.
I've got a thing I've got to get to, but I don't really like to go a day without plugging something because I can't sleep.
What is this?
It's the Office box. It's not out yet. It's not out for ages, but I won't be here.
So you can't make it the next time when this comes out?
No. This is the Office box. It's 10th anniversary of The Office,
The disruption is categorically different from anything Ricky does in a standard interview context. Because he isn't responding to someone else's challenge about his own creative output, he's simply walking into another person's established professional space and treating the work being produced there as something requiring immediate critical review from someone operating with a different and apparently more demanding standard than the creator himself.
Great. This is out November, but it's available for download on iTunes as well for the first time on the 24th of October. Could they put a little thing along there?
I don't know.
And
I don't know.
Flash. Make it flash. Yeah. So
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. I'll leave that with you. If you could hold that'd be great. If you could hold that.
Fallon is performing a segment he controls completely under every normal broadcasting circumstance. Yet the guest has arrived without notice and has started treating the monologue like a draft requiring substantive feedback before it can be considered finished in its current form, which creates a situation nobody in the building had a prepared protocol for addressing before the cameras had already been rolling long enough to make the choice to walk out there permanent.
Remind them. If you...
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to remind everybody?
Please, yeah.
I appreciate it.
Cheers.
Well, thank you so much.
See you later.
Overall, throughout his 40-year career, Gervais managed to turn every interview into a debate he'd already figured out how to win before the cameras turned on. And the hosts across from him rarely understood that until it was already far too late. Which of these Ricky Gervais moments do you think hit the hardest? Drop your pick in the comments and subscribe so you never miss more moments like these.